It's Monday around noon Eastern time, and that can only mean one thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 3, Recollected, or Recollected, depending on how you wish to pronounce it. But basically, this is the Undercard Season 6. That's right, episode 3, Recollected. Today's episode will not feature any title matches, but that doesn't mean that it won't be just as exciting as every other episode. Of course, for the main title, the Undercard Championship, that will be defended and fought for every other episode, so we had to name a champion in episode 1, the debut, A New Legacy, and of course it's currently Iron Man, who then had to defend in episode 2, and will have to defend on episode 3, and we'll find out who exactly Iron Man is going to face here today on the show, because our main event, of course, is a number 1 contendership, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But I want to proceed this episode by telling everybody there are 36 members of the Undercard roster. Now that sounds like a lot, because it is, and it's a good number, and it's that number for a specific reason. There's 16 episodes. I wanted 16 people in the main card, in the main Undercard division, and then we have 6 teams in the tag team division, and 8 women in the women's division, and we'll see representatives from all 3 divisions here in this episode. And of course, I want to have a lot of people on the show because we don't want repeats. I don't want to see a lot of rematches. Eventually that will probably happen in terms of contendership and championships and stuff, but I'm trying to avoid doing like rematches every week and just give you a fresh show every single freaking episode. So this is going to be a blast. It's going to be a good time. We are live on Twitch right now, so because there's no championship matches on this episode, that also means there won't be any Twitch predictions, but you can still sit back and watch and enjoy the show. And let's look at today's card. Season 6, Episode 3, Recollected. We're going to see the debut of pretty much everybody that hasn't shown up. So we're seeing the rest of the roster here. We've got Shelly Martinez versus Meg Griffin from Family Guy kicking off the show. That's kind of wacky, and that'll be entertaining. We also have the dynamic duo of Batman and Robin versus Jay and Mark Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers, in tag team action. Neither of these teams have a win, and so that's why they have to face each other, both looking for their first victory in Season 6. Then we have the legendary Hall of Famer Koko Ware versus the Lethal Weapon, Steve Blackman. And of course, we have a big face-off of 2 legendary competitors for the first time in Season 6. Bret Hart will face Lex Luger. Both of these gentlemen were in contendership, and neither of them were successful. So both of those gentlemen are looking for their first victory here in Season 6 as well. We've got Lady X versus Wii Fit Trainer. Now that's a crazy-ass matchup, and there's no way I can explain it other than telling you that the rosters are completely randomized, and it can be anyone from any universe. So we literally have the robotic Lady Destroyer, Lady X from Rumble Roses, which is a wrestling video game, and Wii Fit Trainer from the Nintendo Wii. And then we have Paul London versus Blanka. Both of these guys were really unsuccessful last week, and they felt like their matches kind of were rip-offs. Blanka lost in a really awkward way, and Paul London got completely dominated by the Mountie last week. So we'll see if either of them can redeem themselves. And of course, in our main event, it is the number 1 contender for the Undercard Championship, Taz versus the Boogeyman. That's a crazy matchup. The Suplex Machine versus the Boogeyman, and I really don't know what to say about that one other than that's going to be a crazy-ass matchup. Neither of those guys care. Like, that is the X factor in that match. They just don't care. So, that's our main event, but we got to start the show right here with Shelly Martinez versus Meg Griffin. Thank you for joining me on episode 3. We've got referee Charles Robinson, who's been a little bit questionable about ring outs. When somebody goes outside of the ring, he just starts counting as fast as he can. And I'm trying to avoid draws here in this season, because then that means we have to have a rematch. And like I said earlier, I'm trying to avoid these rematches as Meg Griffin gets tossed into the ropes. Shelly Martinez with a clothesline. This is I don't even know how to explain this matchup, but it's happening. Shelly Martinez, formerly known as Ariel, worked in all kinds of wrestling companies, ECW and TNA most prominently. With LAX, she was a manager. Now she is back to being a competitor. And of course, Meg Griffin from the popular cartoon Family Guy, and an elbow there by Shelly Martinez. Pair of elbows, I should say, and one by Meg Griffin now. Looking for their first victories as they are both debuting here on Season 6. A stomp to the leg, got a slower down, and a slap to the face. No respect from Shelly Martinez. Looking for that shell shock finisher, maybe. Throwing her off the ropes and looking for a clothesline. Ducked under. Meg Griffin strikes back. Goes down low. Gonna play maybe a little bit dirty, chopping at the legs there. I'm okay with it. Coconut Crusher. I'm okay if these ladies want to play a little bit dirty. I actually encourage it. I know in most wrestling e-feds you don't tend to hear that, but here in the undercard I say, hey, anything goes. It's all fair game in Love and War, and this is more of war than it is love. STF got it locked in. I don't think we're going to see a submission this early in the match as we just hit the 4-minute mark. Charles Robinson was there to check on the submission. Off the ropes again with a back body drop. Over the head. Meg Griffin groggy gets hit by a dropkick. Opening contest. Against the ropes. Oh! Taken down. Sweep the leg. Shelly Martinez into the corner. Tornado DDT! And she hits it. What a great move there.
5 minutes.
Wearing a skirt during a wrestling match. Hey, why not? Oh, blocked it. She blocked it and she smacked her back. Now Meg Griffin in a strike battle. Shut up, Meg. I can't do the Peter Griffin laugh. Oh, what is this? The Fat Man Steamroller! Meg Griffin using all her weight. Oh my God, crushing her. What the hell did I just see there? Oh, ducks under the clothesline. Shelly Martinez with a guillotine trying to choke out Meg Griffin. I don't know if Mila Kunis is going to voice act for us here, but I'd be okay with that. If she wants to show up backstage, I'm cool with that too. Kind of have a crush on her, no lie. And a headlock there by Meg Griffin, who has nothing in common with her voice actor. We're breaking the fourth wall, and it doesn't matter, because it's all about entertainment! STF! STO! Cover! 1, 2, was that the shell shock? It might have been. 2.9. That might have been a modified shell shock. That might have been her finisher, actually. With that STO, just sweeping her down, slamming her into the canvas, and now a couple of stomps in the corner. Shelly Martinez trying to stay away from the corner, because that's usually not a great place to be! What an exploder there. Both women down and both women back to their feet. All of these matches are usually close, and I don't know who's going to win it. Headbutt. Splashing on top. Headbutt. Meg Griffin from Family Guy. Attacking the knee. That was a reference to the show. Hey, Peter. Guillotine locked in. Meg Griffin here in the women's division. On the shoulders! Oh! Michinoku driver 1, 2, center of the ring! And it's over! Shelly Martinez with a classic Michinoku driver. Nowhere near the rope, center of the ring. That's how I like to see a match end. Clean finish in the middle. No way to argue. That was our first match. Let me just save the game so we don't lose any progress here. Next up we have the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin, in tag team action against Jay and Mark Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers. Interesting dynamic, and an interesting dynamic duo. Neither of these teams got a victory in episode 1, so they're back to face each other. Here we're starting off with Jay and Batman. Jay is the bald one, underdog. Yes, I know that now. Mark is the one with the hair, just for context. Batman's the one that looks like Batman. If anyone's totally confused what's happening, a knee strike to start off the match. This is tag team action, and hopefully referee Charles Robinson can contain the chaos that could happen here in this one. Couple of elbows, got to keep your opponent down on the mat. Batman, a very versed martial artist. He fights crime for a living, and I don't think he's going to shy away from using those skills in this match here. Off the ropes. Ooh, running into a chop by Mark Briscoe, who just stomps onto the chest of Batman, and a torture. No! Oh my god, a burning hammer. I thought it was going to be a torture rack. He turned it into a burning hammer, just dropping Batman right on his head. That was gross. The Briscoe brothers tend to be kind of violent some of the time. We just saw it there. Robin tagged in, legal now. Robin has a lot of skills as well in terms of fighting. We'll see what he can do after he kind of screwed up in their debut tag match. He made a little mistake, and I hope he's learned from that mistake, because the undercard is no place for mistakes. You can bank on that, and a chop to the chest right on the R for Robin. Just slapping him. Strike battle. Tag match underway, and Mark Briscoe gets the last chop in that exchange, and a tag to Jay. Jay and Robin. Couple of birds. Dragon whip. Got to slow down the speed of Robin, who's showing off his strength there. That was an interesting move. Mexican cutter. Tag to his, what do you call it? His trainer? The man he looks up to. His hero. I guess he's the hero that Gotham needs. And a cover there by Mark Briscoe, but Batman kicks at it too. Kind of like his mentor. Groggy Batman got clotheslined. And now a tag to the sidekick. Robin got hit by a cutter there. Mark Briscoe showing off a lot of offense. And oh boy! Down low we go with a groin strike. Nothing pretty about it. Off the ropes. Frog splash. Not sure if he got all of that though. It was too close to the corner. And there was a rope break, of course. Referee got to be on top of that. Robin raking at the face of Mark Briscoe. Staying in this corner. He knows Batman's right there, available to make a tag if he needs to. Off the ropes! Oh boy. Luthez press. Hook the leg. Referee with a 1 and a 2. And Robin gets the shoulder up. mocking him a little bit with this pose there. This drop. Tag. Oh, to the arm of Batman. And just, tossing him aside too. Jay Briscoe now looking for the J Driller! Finisher! He hit it! Batman's in trouble. Elbow, 1, 2, and no, this one's not over. Batman kicks out of the finisher move there and just chases him into the corner. Batman shows no fear. He usually instills fear on his opponents, and a quick cover by Mark. This could be it! No. Batman could be in trouble, and another burning hammer center of the ring! And a crane pose for good measure, because why not? And again to the groin. You would think Batman would have some protection around his, his balls. I didn't want to say it, but what else is there to say there? Misses the drop kick. Robin sidestepping, using that speed with a drop toe hold. And a kick to the leg. But gets hammered down. And just staying on top of him is Mark Briscoe. I think he is stronger than Robin. He might be stronger than Batman too. Oh, misses the cutter. As Robin might have missed a kick there. Gets taken down by a tackle. Almost 10 minutes into the match, tag made. Jay and Mark showing off and looking really good in this match. Bad news for Batman and Robin. The dynamic duo, Robin there running into a boot and getting up a little bit dizzy, and he might be seeing stars, none of which are in this match. I love that joke every time. Suplex over the head. Captured. Elbow. 2. And no. 2.9 count here in Fire Pro. Tag made. Batman and Mark Briscoe in the ring again. The Dark Knight ducking under. Powerbomb! Whoa! Spun him around! Spiral! 1, 2, and Batman kicks out at 2.5. Sweep the leg. Batman's got to hit a big move here. He's just been going for, simple kicks and stuff. But that is kind of what he does, so I don't know. I don't know his whole arsenal. I don't know his entire moveset. I don't think we've seen everything there is to see from Batman as he ducks under again and strikes Mark Briscoe down. And now, look at this! That hanging lock, the submission. This is what he needs to do. Wear down Mark Briscoe and maybe look for a submission victory, but he didn't get it there. I think that was a smart move. That was the best thing Batman could have done. Jay gets tagged in. Latch! Lock! Over the head. Tag to Robin. Dynamic duo now, maybe getting back into this. It's all about momentum here on the undercard. It's usually back and forth, and one move can make the difference. Senton splash. And he might go for it again. 2 in a row. And maybe looking for a third. Oh, Robin got up. He had to. He had no choice. Look at this. Standing neck lock, and Jay didn't like that. Escaped quickly. Tagged to Batman now. Both these teams looking for an important first victory. Just need a W in that W column. That's what they want. Batman groggy. Uh-oh, from behind. Jay with a boot. Tag to Mark Briscoe again. We've been dealing with this matchup and a kick combo by Batman. Picks him back up. Into the corner. Robin's there. Uh-oh, what is this going to be? Something big. From the top! Hurricanrana. Almost like a Scott Steiner Frankensteiner. Ooh, sweeps the leg again. Jay got tagged in, ran into danger. And another sweep. Cloverleaf, he grabbed the ropes. I saw him reach out and grab the ropes. Oh, and Mark was holding him. Mark was holding Batman, and that's the danger of being in your opponent's corner. Over the head. desperation suplex there by Batman. In a bad position, has to get closer to Robin or at least somewhere near the center of the ring, but that could be bad news too. Manhattan drop and a latch lock suplex. Both men down. This has been a war already. Tag, Robin, standing, choking, trying to drain the life away, but didn't do the job. Back into the corner we go. Robin hanging him upside down and just kicking him. Look at that! Wow. The athleticism of Robin. A former circus performer, I guess. Oh boy! Cannonball! There it was, the circus cannonball. The finisher. And last time he didn't go for a cover, but this time he will off of that moonsault. 1, 2, and no! Robin did the right thing, and it didn't matter because Mark Briscoe is going to hit him with a finisher, and it's over. Oh my goodness. Burning Hammer just knocked out Robin, and they're 0-2. And Mark and Jay Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers, getting a much-needed victory there. Knockout victory. It's not just pinfall or submission. We do also see knockouts here. Let's just save the record. A win is a win. Where will that leave Batman and Robin in the future? I'm not sure, but I can tell you that we've got some interesting matchups, and to continue that trend, we have a Hall of Famer who's famous for just, I guess, having a pet bird? I don't know. We got Koko Ware versus Steve Blackman, the Lethal Weapon. Steve Blackman, a hardcore legend, a martial artist. This guy has a black belt. So, I really don't know who you would put on top, but we're going to find out up next. Koko Ware. He's here in the undercard. And so is Steve Blackman. This is a cool matchup that you can't see anywhere else, I guarantee you that. So different. Like, such different personalities, styles. Steve Blackman, he might grab a kendo stick here at any second. I don't know. Might launch himself off the stage. Who knows what he's going to do. Snap suplex to start off the match. Koko Ware trying to get a move in edgewise, but I don't know if Blackman's going to let that happen. Enziguri kicks him down. In the middle. Into the corner. And Koko Ware is just getting shut down at every opportunity, and there he goes. With a nice drop kick there. Hall of Famer. Flying like a bird. With that colorful gear and that colorful hair. Maybe a lot of charisma, but I don't know if that'll help you against a hardcore martial artist like Steve Blackman. He doesn't care who you are. He's just going to kick you. He's going to kick you. And then he's going to hit you with a weapon. He might have nunchucks somewhere in his pocket. Or maybe he's just happy to see me. I don't know. Hey! Down low. Hip toss there by Koko. Koko Ware. You must be aware that Koko Ware is here, and a strike battle ensues. And that kick to end it. Is anyone else really itchy, or is it just me? I'm itchy for wrestling. Cover, 1. Charles Robinson was there, but Koko got up too quickly. Slams down Steve Blackman. Yeah! Clothesline missed, and he got punished. Hip toss. That seems to be the only thing that Koko Ware's been able to do. Besides that drop kick earlier. And there's a knee. Oh, on the shoulders, airplane spin. Whoa! That's old school wrestling. And that'll make your opponent dizzy. But it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But maybe that's the strategy. Slow the guy down, spin him around, confuse him a little bit, but it didn't seem to affect Blackman too much. He missed that bicycle kick, and then eye rake to Koko. Steve Blackman with the knee to the gut. What's up, elbow? Dragon sleeper. Sinking the teeth of the dragon in. Oh, misses the bicycle kick again and a backbreaker. If he hits that bicycle kick, it could be all over. That could knock you out. This man is a legit black belt, and there's a combo by Steve Blackman. It is over. Oh my God! I was joking about he could knock you out, but then he did it. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Somebody check on Koko Beware. Oh, Steve Blackman is serious here. 6 minutes and 40. I said knockout, and Steve Blackman was like, yeah, good idea. I think I will. Holy crap, dude. Oh my. What the hell just happened? Elbow in chat just said Steve motherfucking Blackman. That's right, man. What a cool entry into the undercard and debuting here with a victory. Let's confirm that. And next up, we have two former contenders facing off against each other, neither of which had a win in the first episode, so they have to face off again against each other. Bret Hart lost to Drew McIntyre in the first episode, and of course Lex Luger was unsuccessful in capturing the Undercard Championship against Iron Man, our current champion. So this has big future implications, and of course this is two legendary performers facing off for the first time. It's Bret Hart versus Lex Luger. The excellence of execution versus the total package. If you want to talk about submissions, the sharpshooter, most controversial move in wrestling history, versus the torture rack, which is very effective. You gotta wonder, which one of those moves could we see first in this match? Will we see both? And which move could end it? As Bret Hart and Lex Luger just trying to feel each other out quickly. And this is just technical wrestling right now, which you expect from these two guys. But Lex, obviously, the more powerful, the more strong of the two. Hammers down Bret Hart, the Hitman, getting taken down. And an elbow. Woo! And an elbow there to the knee. Bret Hart's going to work those legs, looking for that sharpshooter. To the center. We go. Getting a good position. And yeah! There's a submission right in the center. But it's so early on in the match. Oh, small package! Not even a 1 count. Lex Luger, too big, too strong to be taken out there, and now a Boston Crab. Just showing off what they both can do. Manhattan drop, and we know he likes to follow it up with the axe handle, but Bret Hart scouted it, stepped out of the way, and got hit by one anyway. What a sequence of events there. Sleeper hold, keeping the Hitman down. Back to their feet, scoop slam. Sleeper hold again. I don't think Hitman's going to sleep here. I think this could be the sleeper match of the show, though. You like that? How do you like them apple? Into the corner. Fights his way out of it. Strike battle between two legendary performers. Only in one place. This is Season 6, Episode 3, Recollected. And they might be recollecting some of their former memories here. They might be remembering all their old wrestling tactics with that leg drop. You talk old school, there it was. But there's a knee combo by Lex Luger. Gonna work on that midsection, work on the spine. That's what you call prepping for the finisher. Lex Luger gonna work on that spine, looking for the torture rack. Of course, Hitman Hart gonna look to work on those legs for the sharpshooter. Elbow knocked him down. Leg drop to follow it up. Hitman Hart again to the legs. And again to the legs. Just non-stop assault on the knees, the joint. Oh, kicked them all the way outside of the ring. And Hitman Hart is going to catch a breather here, catch a break for just 2 seconds. That might be all he needs. A suplex back outside. This time he's going to chase Lex Luger. Referee counting, and I don't like the count. I disagree with this count, but I understand it's just a normal match. They got to get back in before the Japanese 20 count. Suplex on the outside, that's very thin padding. Not going to feel good to land outside there. Neckbreaker. Bret Hart's got to get back in before the 20, and he could steal a victory, but no, Lex Luger back in before the count. It's always uncomfortable when they're out there, for me and for them. Fighting out of the corner. Bret Hart takes him to the middle. This is a dangerous place for Lex Luger to be against Bret Hart. Oh, torture rack! It's the torture rack! The torture rack hits first. But Bret escaped. Excellence of execution. Not just a submission expert, but he also knows how to escape them as well. And a bulldog catches him. Both men putting a lot of effort into this match, and it's just for one victory. Pile driver! Oh my god, he went to his knees. Almost like a reverse tombstone there. And that's not going to feel good. And a torture rack to follow it up. I think Bret was still recovering from the last move. Rolled off there. And a press power slam. Foot on the ropes. Bret Hart had a lucky position. Throws him outside of the ring. And is just going to splash. What a dive. House show dive there by Bret Hart. You are seeing crazy action between two Hall of Famers. Lex Luger with a press slam on the outside. Pure power. And Bret Hart had to do something to get away from him. Back in the ring. Again with the reverse tombstone. Oh boy. Picks him up. Groggy Bret Hart is in deep waters. Wait, he ducked under, caught him with the spinning neckbreaker. Sharpshooter! Sharpshooter in the center of the ring. Will Lex tap out? Will Lex tap out? No. I didn't hear the bell ring. No screw jobs here in the undercard. But a power slam to follow that. No one more powerful than Lex Luger. Catches him. Just cranking at that neck. Doing anything he can to get the edge in this matchup. But both of these guys seem so evenly matched right now. Suplex there by Bret Hart. Off the ropes. Hip toss. A little bit of, maybe that was a little arm drag there. It doesn't matter. It did the job that it needed to do. And Lex Luger, oh! Catches him again with the torture rack! Not good for Bret Hart. Not good. An American hero versus a Canadian superstar. I guess you could argue this is the battle of the countries. Press slam and a 2.9. Bret Hart, possibly the most famous Canadian besides maybe Trish Stratus in wrestling history. And a pile driver of his own! Oh my god! Oh, and a sharpshooter! Pile driver! Sharpshooter! Whatever gets the job done, looking for a victory! And no, it's still not over. I'm sweating. I am there's literally sweat pouring down my forehead watching this match. And a sharpshooter again! Will he tap out? Will he give up? He's either got to tap or audibly say, I give up. And he didn't do either. And just pressing him against the canvas, foot under the rope there for Bret Hart. Russian leg sweep. Move after move. Back and forth action. Power slam. This is just for one victory. We've got a long show ahead, a long series to go. And these guys are putting it all on the line here. Outside the ring again for the count. Small package, but there's no falls outside. So I don't know why he did that. Maybe just to confuse Lex Luger. Pile driver! Oh! Pile driver on the outside now. That's effective. And another press power slam there by Lex. But he, again, no covers. Wait, no submissions outside either. Sharpshooter was locked in on the outside of the ring, and both gentlemen back in it. This match still continuing. Maybe not for long after that. Reverse tombstone hit. Lex Luger from behind. Oh, and he got caught by a bulldog. Holy cow, this match is going the distance. If you're not excited about this one, you might want to check your pulse. This is living up to the hype. And a torture rack! That could be it! And it is! Lex Luger finally conquers his demons. From Season 1 to Season 3 and now in Season 6, Lex Luger officially has a victory in 3 separate seasons. He was our first ever undercard champion, and he wants that belt again, but he might have to wait just a little bit longer. But that first victory, the big step towards achieving his long-awaited dream. If you're watching this live, you better stay awake, because we're getting into match 5, and you're about to see another crazy matchup that can only happen here, where the roster is randomized, the matches are simulated, and there's just pure chaos on this show, as Lady X from Rumble Roses faces Wii Fit Trainer, a robot versus, I guess she's an AI? Is Wii Fit Trainer an android? I'm not really sure the full lore of Wii Fit Trainer, but I do know this is a debut match for both of these ladies in the women's division, and it's going to be quite interesting to see how they fare against each other. Lady X on the left, Wii Fit on the right, and Wii Fit Trainer with a hip toss. He's in Smash. They're both from video games. It just took me half a second to realize that. Wii Fit Trainer is from Smash Bros. Oh, and they both went for something and both missed. And a slap to the chest of Lady X there. Lady X is from Rumble Roses, which is a kind of crazy wrestling game. If you haven't checked that out, you might want to Google it at least for some reference. And a drop toe hold there by Wii Fit Trainer. Lady X with an elbow. This is such a weird matchup. I can't believe this is what's happening. And I love it. Hey, I'm into this kind of stuff. Look at this. Bow and arrow. But Wii Fit Trainer stretched before the match, I can guarantee you that. He's got to be prepared, and there's a stretch, an abdominal stretch by Wii Fit Trainer, and Lady X just threw her off. Drop kick, I don't know how that missed. It was right in front of her. Elbow, knocks her down. Both of these ladies looking for a fight here. Couple of strikes. And a coconut crush there by Lady X. She's a robot. And her whole purpose is to destroy women. Will she destroy the women's division here in Season 6? Only time will tell. Submission was locked in and she punched her way out of it. Head and neck toss of her own. Wii Fit Trainer escapes that submission. Strike battle. Chop for chop. Slap for slap. And a stomp. Whoa! Blocks the kick! What a great block! And a latch suplex. We saw a couple of those from Batman earlier in the show. And a jackknife cover. 1, 2! We've seen matches end by simple pinfalls like that too, so that's a smart strategy. When your opponent least expects it, just put their shoulders against the mat, and another bow and arrow stretch. A lot of submissions from these ladies. Off the ropes, jumps over. Ah, chops her down. That looked like it missed, but he sold it anyway. Botch! Was that a botch? Maybe. Raking the eyes. Your Wii remote has been disconnected! From Nintendo to the PS5 and on to the ring, into the mat. Headbutt. He's got a skull made of pure metal. And Wii Fit Trainer has her in another abdominal stretch. Tosses her off into the corner. Out of the ring. And it just take a second, says, hey, you stay out there, I'll stay in here. How about that? Maybe just trying to take a quick break, but it doesn't matter. The action never stops here on this show. And there is actually a command, or there should be a command for the undercard. Just in case you don't know what's going on. And that's understandable. Looking at who's in the ring right now, I could understand why you're confused. Rocket Punch! Oh my God! Robot Rocket Punch! Her finisher from Rumble Roses. Rumble Roses. The game that she's from. And her arms were used as missiles there. The Robot Rocket Punch. That was crazy. Never seen anything like that in this show. Cover! Charles Robinson with a 2 and looking for a 3, but Lady X kicked out. Sidestepped the drop kick. Chases down her victim as Wii Fit Trainer strikes back and shows us how to work it. Rolling. Pinfall. That's not over. Wait, she can't recover! Watch out! Diving knee!
10 minutes gone.
She's down, and she could be down for good.
1, 2.
Lady X trying to destroy Wii Fit Trainer. What do they call I don't know, what is it called in Smash Bros. When you like, is it a full stock? He's looking for a full stock. I'm trying to make references to things I don't know about. I know they have finishers. They have like ultimate moves in Smash Bros. I'm not sure if Wii Fit Trainer has that move here, but oh, there's a rodeo stretch! That might be her finisher. The rodeo stretch! It didn't finish the match, but the effect will take its course here, and a combo by Wii Fit Trainer and an uppercut to the back of the head. Picks the opponent back up. Lady X not going to give up that early. Cover. It's not going to be easy for either of them. They seem actually really well matched up. They seem even. They're both doing their things. Headbutt. Off the ropes, just catches her right there. What a counter. And gets tossed off anyway. He had that abdominal robot rocket punch! Cover! 1, 2. Can she do that? I guess she can if she's a robot. Powerbomb. 1, 2. And Wii Fit Trainer kicks out at 2.5. Kicks her off. 14 minutes into this match. And I don't know, it could go either way. As Wii Fit Trainer lands a few more strikes and then gets tossed away. And both of them are down, slow to recover. This match is taking a lot out of them. Wrestling is a true Wii workout. Oh, muscle buster. And the drill claw. Just using that robotic technology, maybe. I don't know what's going on there. Backdrop. Ooh, ran into a headbutt, and I think Lady X is busted open, and Wii Fit Trainer just laughed in her face. What was that about? Disrespect, an injury, and it's over. What? Wow! And she just did a split kick, too. Because why not? What just happened? Wii Fit Trainer with a victory over Lady X. He like busted her open and then laughed about it. And that was it. The humiliation was too much. Next up, we have another interesting match. If you were here last week, first of all, thank you for being here. Second of all, Paul London and Blanka both had unfortunate losses. And they came to me backstage and they said, hey, we both feel like we kind of got ripped off and didn't get a true opportunity. And I said, well, you come back next week and face each other. That way at least one of you is happy at the end. And that's a fair deal. I'm a good general manager. I think that was the right call. Paul London last week got pretty much just squashed by the Mountie in a very one-sided match. And then Blanka had a very awkward ending against Tiger Mask. So that's why this match is happening. We're trying to tell a story. Imagine that, wrestling with a story. Even if the story doesn't make a lot of sense, it's just for entertainment purposes, and thank you all for being here. We're going to enjoy the show and watch Paul London versus Blanka. We have representatives from the past, the future, all sorts of wrestling companies, video games, obviously Blanka from Street Fighter. We just had Lady X from Royal, I keep wanting to call it Royal Rumble, like the pay-per-view Royal Rumble, but it's Rumble Roses, excuse me. And, of course, Wii Fit Trainer was from Smash. So we have video game characters, we have comic book characters in the show. Obviously, in this season, we have Iron Man, we have Black Adam, we have Batman and Robin, who we saw earlier today, and a hip toss from Blanka. Anybody from anywhere. It's like it's a multi-universe thing. They just have to be drafted into the show randomly. And then they all compete against each other and we see who is the best. Who is the best here between these two? I don't know. Paul London usually has the speed advantage in matchups, but Blanka's pretty fast. I mean, he can, like, charge up electrical powers and just make himself faster, I think. So Paul London might be a little bit out of his element here, as Blanka just keeps hitting him and stomping on him. But there's a drop toe hold. That's what you need to do. Create a little bit of separation. Strike fast and hit hard. That's my suggestion to you. Oh boy. And here's a strike battle. Kicks, punches. Off the ropes. Blanka rolling forward. Landing full body. What the heck? Oh, vintage DDT off the ropes. And a shooting star to follow it up, but I think he was too close to the rope there. Rope break. Good call by the referee on that cover. Charles Robinson is a great referee. He makes some good calls, but then he really doesn't like when they go outside. Maybe that's just his style. I don't know. I'll have to talk to him about that ref bump! Oh my god! That'll send a message to the ref. Ref bump! Let's go! It's one of the most hype things that can happen in wrestling, and it just happened in this match. Shooting star, but there's no referee, so Blanka gets away with it. That could have been the end of the match, and we'll never know, because the referee was knocked down.
Yeah.
Gut wrench. Up top.
Yeah.
Blanka flipping. And again in the ropes there. This time London's feet and a rolling pin. They're making pinfalls, but there's too many rope breaks. They got to get away. Got to get some clearance. Hurricanrana. Paul London using that speed. We could see the 450. But no, an unfortunate rope break after the finish. Paul London hits his finish, the 450. And a moonsault. But just awkward positioning. And really unfortunate for Paul London there. He's got to be more aware of where he is in the ring when you make a cover like that. Especially after your finishing move. And look at this. Blanka with a jumping bomb. Power bomb. Into the 2.9, and I think the referee is busted open. That's how violent this show is. Even the referee is bleeding. Off the ropes, groggy. Blanka gets taken out. Paul London, with all the speed in the world, getting comboed there by Blanka. Don't look too close at that face. It is gruesome. He's a monster. And a capture suplex. Cover. 2.5. Paul London gets the shoulder up, gets back to his feet, and gets comboed back down. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. And he was 1 second away from a victory. Both guys looking for their first win here in Season 6 of the show. Powerbomb again. That's not going to be it, though. Showing a lot of resilience, which is kind of impressive. Paul London, a much smaller guy, the smallest guy in the undercard division.
10 minutes.
Just based on pure weight and size, Paul London, I believe, is like 220, 225 maybe. Maybe even less. 450 hits, nowhere near the ropes. Is that going to be it? No. Blanka kicks out of the finisher. And now what is Paul London going to do? Oh, come on! Drop kick. He's got an opportunity. He's got to take it. Hurricanrana. Cover. 2. Yes! He did it. And a backflip. Nice. Good for him. That's a point. That's a point in the winner. columns. Do 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 do. Next up, we have our main event, so stay tuned. Don't get out of your chair. Don't change the channel. Let me just double check and make sure there's not like an ad that's gonna roll on Twitch, because this would be the worst time for that to happen. There should be a thing that allows me to delay the ads. But we've got Taz, the human suplex machine, versus the Boogeyman in the #1 contender match. I don't know, it's not telling me there's an ad coming up. So, I hope there's not. I don't want you to miss this matchup. This matchup is pure craziness. It is our main event for the #1 contendership. The winner will face Iron Man next week for the Undercard Championship. And the X factor here is the fact that both of these men don't care. Like, they literally don't fear anything. When Taz walks into the arena, people fear him. When Boogeyman walks into the arena, people fear him. There's no fear on either side, and I'm afraid of both of them, to be real with y'all. Taz is a suplex machine. Boogeyman is just a monster, and he's scary, and he eats worms. So, here we go. Season 6, Episode 3, Recollected, main event, Taz, Boogeyman, #1 contender. Both going for something. Headbutt. Boogeyman strikes first. But once it gets going, momentum is a dangerous thing for Taz to get. You give this man 5 minutes, he's going to choke you out. That's his goal. To put you to sleep with that Kata Hajime and a pump handle slam there by Boogeyman, and the first cover of the match, 1 count. Almost 1 minute and just going for a cover. That shows the determination, and that shows the goal of the Boogeyman just to win. Kata Hajime! Kata Hajime! Oh, he had it locked in. The Taz mission. Somehow Boogeyman escaped it. Maybe a little bit too slimy and sweaty for Taz to get a real hook on him. But they are showing their true intentions. Oh, what a reversal. Both of these guys want to win so bad. I promise you, they want nothing more but a victory here. They want to make history, and it's just biting the head of Taz. Boogeyman will eat your flesh, and Taz is busted open already 2.5 minutes into the match. Donning the Crimson Mask. Sledgehammer takes him down and a headbutt to follow it up. Taz off the rope. Rebound into the boot. Boogeyman gonna hit him again. Hip toss. Taz is a smaller man, but his size is no pressure here. Oh, Boogie Bomb! 1, 2! Oh my God! He hit him with the finisher. We've already seen finishers in this match. I was gonna say size is no obstacle for Taz, as he's used to suplexing larger men. But Boogeyman isn't all that big either. Like, just in terms of, size of the competitors, which is, usually is a factor. And a reversal there, Boogeyman, quick to counter, and a counter could be a big opportunity for either guy. Complete shot, hits it on the mark, elbow, takes him down, back to their feet, as a side to side.
5 minutes gone.
5 minutes gone. Thank you, other announcer. Whoever you might be. And Taz's blood is all over the canvas in the main event. Leg lock. Elbow to the back of the head. What is Boogeyman doing? That is a question I think we're going to ask a lot of the time. This guy is a creep. He's a weirdo. He hides in the dark backstage, like in the corners and stuff. Oh boy. Kendo stick. Is there DQ in this match? I'm not sure. Referee's got to watch that weapon. It's in play. And Taz, of course, formerly a part of ECW, is not going to be shy from using weapons and going to the extreme if he desperately needs to. And a pump handle slam. Just pure power by the Boogeyman. Looking for that #1 contendership here. Clothesline takes down Taz, going up top. What is Boogeyman doing? We asked that question before, and we're going to ask it a million more times. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we witnessing? This could be donning the new face. Imagine if Boogeyman is the future face of the undercard. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Pump handle slam almost landed right on that kendo stick. Referee Charles Robinson with a 2, and Taz kicks out at 2.5. 13 is his lucky number. Oh, capture suplex. Survive if he lets you. And it looks like Boogeyman is the one surviving in this match. I usually don't like to say it seems one-sided, but right now it's turning up all Boogeyman with that complete shot. And he's grabbing the worms! No! No, not the worms! Oh God, they're in his mouth! Oh! And he just kicked him right in the face, making him swallow the worms. Is Taz afraid of worms? Boogie Bomb! It could be all over! 1, 2... Oh my God! Boogeyman is the #1 contender! Holy shit! 1 hour into the show, and we already know what's gonna happen next week. Without argument, it's gonna be Boogeyman versus Iron Man in the main event for the Undercard Championship next Monday. No matter what. That was crazy. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's talk about the recap. For anyone that wasn't here earlier on the show, all the matches matter. All the wins matter, I should say, because they lead into contendership, and the better your record, the more opportunity you get at a title. That's basically how it works. Imagine that. Imagine wins mattering. Shelly Martinez got her first victory over Meg Griffin from Family Guy. We had, unfortunately, Batman and Robin lost again to the Briscoe brothers, who got their first victory. Steve Blackman defeated Koko Ware with a critical knockout. We saw Lex Luger and Bret Hart kind of steal the show. I think that was the match of the night. That match went the distance, but Lex Luger finished it off with that torture rack. And then we had Wii Fit Trainer versus Lady X, and Wii Fit Trainer kind of had a crazy... This match had a crazy ending too. Just busted her open, laughed about it, and then pinned her. And it was all over. And then, of course, Paul London getting a much-needed, impressive victory over Blanka from Street Fighter. And in our main event, #1 contendership goes to Boogeyman. And like I mentioned before, Boogeyman will be facing Iron Man next week in our main event. And you're going to want to tune in next week, because every episode is just like this. Non-stop, fast-paced, back and forth, wrestling action. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate the support. Let me give Elbow a shout out. I know Elbow's a big wrestling fan. This happens every Monday at noon Eastern, and then the VOD will be available for everybody to watch. And it also gets posted on the YouTube, so if you want to watch the show or you missed any of the show, it is available for you to watch in a million places. So yeah. Even if you miss it live, you can go back and watch it again and again and again, forever and ever. And Season 6 continues next week.